This episode of the Answer is Yes Baja Sessions is brought to you by Baja Bound Insurance Services. Driving to Mexico? You can buy and print out your Mexican auto insurance policy online in minutes with their easy-to-use website. They also have great travel information to help you plan your trip south of the border. Visit bajabound.com.
All right. This is Ryan Thomas, and this is the Baja Sessions, where we chat with interesting people with interesting stories about all things related to the beautiful peninsula of Baja California. And I have an incredibly great opportunity this morning. I'm sitting in an iconic location in the wonderful town of San Ignacio. And my guest today is Ricardo Romo, and he is the owner of a business that anybody that's traveled down the peninsula has probably seen the sign for, or been here and had a meal or stayed. And the business is Rice and Beans. Ricardo, welcome to the show. How you doing this morning today?
Oh, I'm very happy, my friend, to see here my friend Brian Thomas. We are friends for many years, and we want you guys to invite to come to San Ignacio to see all our beautiful, interesting things we have in Oasis of San Ignacio with a lot of history. And
Ricardo, you hit the nail on the head. It is an oasis, and that sometimes surprises people when they're driving through the peninsula. It's a big, big desert. As far as you can see, most of the time is rocks and cactus, and then all of a sudden you turn the corner and you come into this beautiful, amazing oasis, which is exactly what it is. And you grew up here, right? This is where you were born and were raised?
I'm born here in the 60s, and we are in this beautiful town to invite all the people to come to see our church, or cave paintings, or also we have well washings. Every year the season is from January to April, and it's a wonderful tours we make every year. And also we have the cave paintings, to come to see cave paintings, and all the oasis is beautiful for many kinds of, how do you say in English? All kinds of birds we have.
Pájaros.
Many pájaros, all brands, all kind, all colors, and also we have a lot of history and our people to arrive here in the misioneros, when the misioneros come to Baja. So it's all this interesting thing we have to offer to you guys to come to our town, to San Ignacio.
So I know you're not officially the mayor of San Diego, right, or of San Ignacio, right?
No.
But I would consider, if you're coming to San Ignacio and you want to know anything about this town, I would almost say Rice and Beans is kind of like City Hall, where the politicians hang out. Not in a bad way, politicians, but just the people that know what is going on in the town here. So I'd like to encourage anybody that's passing through. So, Ricardo, do you organize the whale watching tours and cave painting tours? Are those things that happen out of Rice and Beans, or is that just something that's available to people when they come to San Ignacio?
Yes, Mr. Thomas. We offered those services for many years. We're specialists in make tours in whale watching and cave paintings, and also downtown, to see downtown, the church, the square, and many other things to see in our town. Also, we have the very famous Baja 1002, and every November, every couple years now. Before was every year, now it's every couple years. And plus, we have all kind of tourists from Mexico City, from many countries, from Europe. We have a lot of Germans, Italians, from Spain every year. So we want guys to invite to come to our town, and you really want to enjoy all the beautiful history we have in this town to offer to you.
I got to say, too, if you haven't been to Rice and Beans here in San Ignacio, the first thing that happens when you walk into the bar and restaurant area, it's very obvious that there's a racing culture here. There's walls are plastered with decades of stickers and posters. Anybody and everybody that has been involved in off-road racing has some relic hanging on the wall that identifies who they are and what they're involved with. So definitely a place to stop into. Can you tell me, I know there's another one of your restaurants in San Felipe, and your brother runs that. How long has that restaurant been there?
That restaurant been in San Felipe about 35 years, and Rice and Beans was created by my brothers and me, and also Restaurant Rosita, and after we opened those places, we come to reopen this place in San Ignacio, and Rice and Bean here was from the 60s, but before was with the name of the Oasis, created by my father and my mom. So now we have new customers, new friends from all United States, many parts from Europe, to come to visit us to our new place in San Ignacio we call Rice and Beans. No?
So you guys used to do a big float, and I don't know if you know what that means in English, and I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but when the San Felipe race would happen, you guys would build a big, how do you say this, un estatua, o ¿tú sabes lo que estoy tratando de decir? Las cosas que hacen antes que empieza la carrera. Oh, this is a bad thing that I'm not able to say this in Spanish. Parece como un camioneta de las carreras, pero es de papel o algo.
Okay. We create also that
¿Cómo se dice en español?
Carros para carnaval, the carnival time in
like
San
a
Felipe.
piñata almost, right?
In the carnival time, we create our own car with cactus and all the things we identify the area with cactus and fish, all kind of fish. What other things?
And this was during Carnival or during the race?
And in the carnival and the race too, also both times.
So listeners, I'm going to try to paint this picture for you, but imagine a life-size race truck made like a piñata and being kind of paraded down the street. There's still pictures on the walls here in both San Felipe and here in San Ignacio, and that's something that you and your brother are known for in both towns, I know. So let me ask you something. I've watched Rice and Beans here in San Ignacio grow from a restaurant to a restaurant with a couple of rooms, to a restaurant with a lot of rooms, to a restaurant with a lot of rooms and a swimming pool. What's next for Rice and Beans? Are you going to build a high-rise skyscraper here in San Ignacio?
I wish to can do many other things, but our season of tourists is very short, so it's not enough things to building fast, so it takes time. But in the future, we want just to remove Rice and Bean from this area to move to a little bit to the north to the Highway 1 in new area. It's all we need to do in this time because the drive is more fast, and the Highway 1 we have a lot of traffic on the Highway 1, and we are ubicated in a little bit difficult area to come down for some reason. Tourists lost the place because we are in the label, in low label about Highway 1 cross.
Oh, it's too low. Can't see it.
So we want to move our place for all our customers in the future or new customer to see us more on the label of Highway 1. So it's what I want to do in the future. It's a new plans, new dreams to do in the future.
Well, so speaking about the highway, I have been traveling the route through San Felipe, through Chapala now for the last 6 or 7 years. And when I'm coming south, if I'm going to drive any further south than Catavina, I use that route. And I got to believe that in some ways that helps the traffic flow to you because it's now easier. I mean, there's still a little bit of dirt that you have to drive on, but man, they are sure making huge progress. Listeners, if you're not aware of what I'm talking about, when you go down the east side of the peninsula through San Felipe, it used to be that highway ended and it was dirt. The road's been there for decades or maybe even centuries. But that road used to end right around Puertecitos. And now it is paved. They've had some setbacks with some storms, but it's paved almost all the way up back to Highway 1 through Chapala. In fact, I was surprised this trip there was even another 8 or 9 mile section of pavement that I wasn't even aware existed. So I'm curious, do you think that having that road finished is going to help your business? Because I think it's going to hurt business, unfortunately, for people in San Quintin and Camalú, because anybody that's trying to get farther south is going to, I think, bypass that way and go the east route so that they don't have to deal with the traffic in San Quintin and Ensenada and all those places. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a new. I think gonna hurt a little bit, but it's something good that we create in these new times because we have a lot of people we want to invite more people to see more Baja. So we want to offer. We don't want the people to stop to traveling for Pacific Ocean. Also, we want to people see new areas, new places where to stop and fishing and relax and come to have fun with more spaces more places where to have fun.
So you're not selfishly wanting people only to come to San Ignacio. You are an advocate for all of Baja and want people to visit all of Baja.
Yes, that road we are talking about, and that road was created by the new times to come more fast. People can travel more easy to travel and easy to come with us to San Ignacio too and visit all Baja. So that road I think gonna be is created by bring more people for both sides. Yeah. So I think it's good. I think people gonna like both many things to see in the Pacific, and they're gonna have more things to see now in Cia Cortez. Easy to travel to, so we like to invite all our guys to come to Baja to see new places.
So I'm curious, did you know Mama Espinosa?
Yes, I know Mama Espinosa.
She has a famous quote. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's a very good place where the people like to stop. It's similar to rice and beans with many stickers and many history about the Baja 1000 and different kind of tours people like to do in Baja. So Mama Espinosa is a nice and good place to stop to come. I like to invite people to see Mama Espinosa to also rice and beans, of course. No?
She has a saying that when the road used to end in El Rosario, she is known for the following phrase, and it was that good roads bring bad people, and bad roads bring good people. And I would say, I mean, you're long past that because the road's been paved past your restaurant for a long time. But would you agree with that in some respect?
Yes, it's. I think she's right now, but we don't want to think in that way.
Yeah,
really. So Baja, I think, gonna bring good people always. We are positive, then Baja is. We like to invite and welcome all the good people. Please, the bad people don't come down.
The bad people don't come down. Exactly.
We love the people we have and the customer we have for many years, like you, Mr. Thomas. So we want to still have always. We are thinking in a good friends to visit Baja. So It's all can I say for the moment.
Yeah. So just so everybody's listening.